Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How you all doing? First and foremost, I want to make you all aware that the YouTube live streaming app on the front facing camera towards me got an update over the last month or so while I was on Facebook and basically screwed up the app to the point of where the image is flipped, it's reversed when the camera is on me. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. You probably saw that sign behind me. The lettering is it's flipped. The image is flipped, and there's no option to flip it the right way. For the last several years, YouTube automatically had, the right, not non-mirrored image showing. Look at this. Look at this right here. You see that? It's backwards. Nothing I can do about it. The same thing happened on YouTube like a little over 3 years ago, and I messaged at Team YouTube on Twitter, now known as X, and they fixed it within a couple of days. I just messaged them again. I messaged them again last night, and hopefully they fix it. So just to you folks that look at video that closely, that's what's going on. I'll keep you all posted because some people that follow me are YouTubers and are experiencing similar things. I'll keep you folks posted. I'm a pretty tech savvy type of guy, and I know how to contact YouTube. I know how to handle these things, and hopefully it'll be resolved soon. But that's not what we're here to discuss today. Today we've got another great topic to discuss for episode number 942 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live today from the San Francisco Bay Trail here in Redwood City, California. We've got probably about 45 minutes before the sun sets, so we're only going to be doing 3 out of the 3.5 miles today. Still plenty of time to talk about what needs to be talked about. And I'm going to be sharing a lot. You see the front camera or the rear camera, which faces towards the front, is normal. So the imaging, it's not a flipped image. Anyway, I digress, right? But there's a lot to talk about, and I am going to be sharing some of my personal experiences regarding this over the last 7 years. That's going to bring a lot of value and credibility to what I'm saying here today. And I've actually been hearing many other people finally start to speak out on issues I've noticed on social media over the last 7 years. Issues primarily involving, far-right extremist type of content creators, MAGA Trump supporters, conspiracy theorists. I've been dealing with this stuff on YouTube for the last 7 years. And now, seeing how President Donald J. Trump is running the new administration of his for almost a month now that he's been in office, it's very similar to what I've experienced with people, far-right extremist type of people on YouTube, or more conspiracy theory-centric type of creators, creators like on the right. And these creators have been dominating social media. They've been dominating social media with their right-wing propaganda, BS, phony rhetoric. And they themselves, I got some people coming, so I'm going to wait a second. They themselves know that most of the stuff they put out there is full of shit. It's a lie. So why do they do it? They do it because you all tune in, and if they're on a monetized channel, they get ad revenue, right? And some of these people that are creating this type of content are so convincing, and they're very manipulative, and they prey on the vulnerabilities of weak-minded people that are a part of their conservative party. And I'm not trying to call anyone weak. I'm just saying these are people that are preying on your vulnerabilities and sucking you into all these lies, getting you to believe them, so you keep coming back and supporting their YouTube channels, and they get money every time you click on the video. For every 1,000 views you get, your creators are making around $5 to $10 for every 1,000 views that they get on the video. Now, you're probably going to say, well, that's not a whole lot. Well, it adds up if you get 1 million views. If you get 100,000 views, 500,000 views, 1 million views, what are you? Now you're looking at thousands of dollars in ad revenue for one video. So if these creators can suck you into their bullshit vortex of lies because you won't tune in otherwise, right? The internet is flooded with creators because everyone wants to be a creator. Everyone wants to be a famous YouTuber. Everyone wants to make money, right? And the people that are actually making money, they understand how competitive it is. So they understand that they have to amp things up and do things in ways that no one else would do to get all eyes on them. So that's what I've been dealing with on YouTube for the last 7 years, right? And I'm not here to shame those people or attack those people, and I'm not here to tell those people to stop doing what they're doing. I'm here to make the other side aware of what's going on so they're no longer afraid to stay away, because what these hardcore right-wing extremist type of creators have been doing with their content, which also includes attacking anyone that disagrees with them, whether they're on the left or down the middle, right? They get so vile, and they get their large group of people that believe in their bullshit to attack liberals and people down the middle, effectively scaring these people away excuse me, from participating on the internet. That's exactly what's going on. Because the more they can effectively scare you away, the more the pie is available for them, right? You see, like I was talking yesterday, everybody deserves a fair shot of their piece of the pie. Everyone should have a fair shot regarding their piece of the pie. These conservatives, they want the whole pie for themselves. And they've actually had the majority, if not all, of the pie for themselves for the last 7 to 10 years. And I'm here again today, standing up for everyone and letting you all know that you all deserve a fair piece of the pie, including myself. I've been creating content for 7 years on this platform. And because of what these people have been doing and continue to do, it's affected me from getting my message out to the right audience. Because the audience that likes what I do is too scared to participate on YouTube. They're watching YouTube videos, but they're not actively participating, which means they're not donating, right? They're not watching as many videos because they're thinking somehow that the people that are hating me can find them by, them clicking or participating on my channel, and then they'll get attacked. And that's not right. And that has to change. And it needs to change. And it will change. I promise you, folks, it will change. It will change. Absolutely. I don't need to mention specific names or anything like that. At times I will. Other times I won't. There are certain people I will never mention again because these are people that have sucked the life out of me, that have sucked my pocketbook dry, that have just done the most vile things. And truth be told, there's nothing to leverage. I don't want anyone from their audiences because their audiences consist of all my haters, right? I'm not the only one this has happened to or happens to. This is how a lot of these vile, far-right extremist type of creators operate. This is their method of operating business. And it's similar to the ways that Donald J. Trump is running the country right now. And that's why they like Trump. They like Trump because these people know unless they do stupid, vile, fake, phony shit, some of which violates the law, some of which rides the line, a lot of which crosses the line, right? If they don't do all that, they won't make any money or get any attention on the internet. Let me give you another example here, okay? And we're going to get more into, can Democrats and Republicans meet in the middle? Meet in the middle and be reasonable, like the title says. Can Democrats and Republicans meet in the middle and be reasonable? Right? Hey, V7, how you doing? He's back. Yeah, I'm back, dude. I decided to come back. I did a lot of soul searching on Facebook over the last 6 weeks. I came back yesterday. This is the longest I've ever been away from YouTube. 6 weeks. This is the longest I've been away. Because a month and a half ago, I was really done for the same reasons I'm mentioning here right now. But the reason I'm back is because I saw a light at the end of the tunnel, V7. I started to watch Chris Cuomo. I used to watch Chris Cuomo on CNN before he got fired there a few years back. Right, year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And then Chris Cuomo's been on News Nation since that time. But I wasn't watching this show. I started watching this show in January, and I'm hooked on it every single day. And Chris Cuomo's been talking about how he's been talking about the same things I've been talking about. How the internet is filled with, excuse me, I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I'll be fine. He's talking about how you have these, people on the right with these big microphones and big headphones, spewing out inaccurate information, spewing out right-wing propaganda on the internet. And this is the majority. These types of people, the people on the right, are the ones that are primarily creating this type of content on the internet. So in essence, he's saying the same thing I've said for a while. No one on the left is really showing up or down the middle, right? It's been all about people like Joe Rogan. It used to be about Alex Jones, conspiracy theories about the deep state and all this garbage, hogwash nonsense that these creators have been talking about. And they've been able to suck in a very naive and stupid group of people that believe this horse shit, right? And again, the creators that are creating this content, they know what they're putting out there is horse shit. But they know they're going to attract people that believe in it and will support them as long as the creator goes along with the false narrative, right? It is extremely unethical. It is unethical business practice because you're making money doing something that you don't believe in, but you're leading people to believe you believe in it just to suck their pocketbooks dry. Same. His picture in the backyard during COVID will live in infamy. His wife was taking a selfie and it was hilarious. Are you talking about Donald J. Trump? Is that who you're talking about, brother? Road to nowhere. Awesome. You are back. I miss your live stream so much. You are 100% correct. They didn't lower the food price like they said they would. Oh, you talking about Como? Oh, Como, yeah. Oh, yeah, Como when he was on CNN. Do you remember that? V7. He was broadcasting live from his home. He had COVID. This is before the vaccines were released. Like Como was fucking sick as a dog, man. Like sick as 10 dogs or 100 dogs. And he was sitting there broadcasting live to show people, hey, this shit's not phony. I've never been this sick, right? And now you got Donald Trump signing executive orders, like he did the other day, that says any school that that requires their students to be vaccinated will be defunded. And the funny thing is, I heard this all over. This was debunked immediately. No public school requires people to have COVID shots to be admitted into the school. But Donald Trump is making executive orders on stupid shit that that is unnecessary just to make it look like he's doing something, signing that big piece of paper in the Oval Office. I mean, what a fucking joke, man. I got to tell you, V7, I wouldn't care, even if I was Republican, even if I voted for Trump, which I didn't. Give me a second. I love the plane, right? Even if I was a guy that voted for him, which I didn't, but if I did, I would still think he's one big joke. But at the end of the day, I keep on chalking it up to one thing. And one thing only. He is fucking trolling us. He is trolling us. He is trolling us because that gets attention on him, right? And it keeps people talking about him, just like you and I. Donald Trump is getting exactly what he wants. I'm talking about him and I don't really want to. But you know why I'm talking about him? Because it's the hot topic. And everyone will tune into this. And I'm tired of not getting any traction on social media because people like Trump, that's people that support Trump, like him, on the internet, are just putting up the most garbage, nonsense bullshit and getting tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of views and making tons of money and getting lots of donations over their garbage, horseshit, false, fake rhetoric. And I'm being the real deal and I get shitted on. I get nothing for being the real deal. So you can't be the real deal and speak the truth and be as successful or more successful than people that are full of shit? Is that how it works? Is that how it works? Just like back in the days working the corporate world, it's not about what you know, it's who you know, right? It's not about what you know, it's who you know. And you gotta be likable and approachable, right? I can understand that to a certain extent, but you still need to be qualified to do the job, or at least trainable or coachable to learn to do the job. You can't just know someone in a high position at a corporation and get hired for a job that someone else that applied for it also is more qualified, but because you know the hiring manager, you're gonna get the job over the person more qualified than you. Right? Just like Donald Trump. You know, he's going to be putting in, Kash Patel as the FBI director. Kash Patel, what a fucking joke that guy is. That dude is full of shit. He's an internet bullshit con artist liar. BS propaganda, you know, uh, fake person. He did it to make money. He did all these podcasts on the internet. He wrote a book called Government Gangsters, right? He wrote a book called Government Gangsters, right? And he was talking about the deep state, you know, which this deep state is a conspiracy theory bullshit, fucking ridiculous bullshit, you know, thing, right? So Cash Patel can go out there and sell merchandise and sell books and trash talk the government that he now is going to be working for in one of the highest positions as the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Now, let's give Cash Patel the benefit of the doubt. Let's be reasonable, okay? Because we're reasonable here, right? We'll talk more about that as the show goes on. Can Democrats and Republicans, you know, meet in the middle and be reasonable, right? Let's be reasonable and say, okay, Cash Patel did all this on social media just for the money. Let's say Cash Patel, oh, that's a motorcycle on the freeway. Let's say Cash Patel doesn't think the government is a bunch of gangsters. Let's say Cash Patel doesn't believe in this bullshit theory of the deep state, right? He went out there and acted like he did. So he's a faker to make money on the internet, like many of these right-wing extremists are. That's the thing. These people are phony and frauds and fakers. And all of this time, these motherfuckers, these same motherfuckers out here on YouTube have been calling me a fake, phony, and fraud when they're the fake, phony, and frauds. And now, they're being more called out and exposed because now more people from the left and down the middle are starting to come out and say, fuck you, we've had enough. Fuck you, we've had enough. That's what they're saying. That's what I'm saying. More and more people are coming out and saying, we've allowed you to take the entire pie of the internet for far too long. Now we're coming around to take back our fair share. And to call out your lies and your bullshit, right? And Cash Patel wants to double dip because Trump nominated him as the, you know, director of the FBI. I haven't kept up with, I haven't heard anything of him actually being approved to go in, but he was supposed to get approved to go in. That might have happened or it might be happening very soon, but I keep tabs on multiple sources for daily information. I haven't heard anything, so he'll probably be in soon if he hasn't already been put in as the director of the FBI. And in that case, Cash Patel, you know, double dipping, right? You know what double dipping is, right? Cash Patel wants to play both sides of the fence, right? Right? Cash Patel is basically being a double standard. He's like, okay, I want to go and talk shit on the internet, make shit up, because I can make a ton of money doing that there, more money than I'm making at my government job, right? And then I want to have the prestige and be known by being the director of the FBI. I want to have the best of both fucking worlds. And right now I have that opportunity because one of the biggest criminals on the planet, Donald J. Trump, is the commander-in-chief. And I can get away with all this stupid shit where I wouldn't get away with it otherwise. Do you folks out there realize, whether you're on the left or right or down the middle, it doesn't matter. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Do you folks out there realize that any other president in office would never, ever do anything remotely close to what Trump has done in almost 1 month of being in office, of his second term? Do you folks realize that? Let's be reasonable about this, right? Let's be reasonable. Let's not fight. Let's be reasonable, right? Mike Hunt, how do you feel about Rumble and other social media outlets being given priority access to White House press conferences? Well, that's because they're on the right. See, that's a great question, Mike Hunt. So Rumble was created primarily for right-wing extremist content creators that were initially on YouTube that got removed from YouTube for violating the terms of service. And these motherfuckers did violate the terms of service, and you know it, right? Okay. So I'm not surprised that Rumble is giving priority access probably to Fox News and other right-wing bullshit propaganda, right? Right? Because that's another thing. I heard Como talk about this. I've heard Brian Tyler Cohen out here on YouTube talk about this. I've heard the Midas Touch Network talk about this. These are some great down the road, middle of the road channels that are more progressive, leaning more left, but down the middle progressive, right? So what's going on here is that Musk and Trump are going out there and they're buying social media platforms. I kind of mentioned this yesterday. I'll say it again. So you have Trump that was on the original Twitter before Musk bought it, and he was removed and banned for misinformation and violating the terms of service. And he did. He absolutely did. Then Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion. He'll never make that money back. Probably not, right? But the benefit of him owning Twitter X is he's got a huge audience of right-wingers now that will pretty much buy anything that him and Trump are selling, because that's how indoctrinated these people are. So you've got Musk. Well, before Musk, Trump started Truth Social. I believe Trump started Truth Social when he got removed from Twitter. And that was, I believe, right before Musk bought Twitter. Right? So you got Trump with Truth Social spewing out the most ridiculous posts. Remember back in the days here on YouTube, they would say someone that's losing it. They would say you're spurging out, like Asperger's, right? No disrespect intended to anyone with autism or Asperger's, but Trump is like spurging out on Truth Social every day. And then you've got Musk that is like making up the most ridiculous shit. And then, like I mentioned yesterday, happened earlier this past week, Musk had, Donald Trump brought Musk in the Oval Office for a conference. Musk had his kid on his head, on his shoulders, right? And Musk was asked about, 50 million condoms being sent to Gaza, and Musk would say, well, sometimes, we don't get it right, or, and when we don't get it right, we will correct ourselves. You already knew you were spewing bullshit the moment you posted it. Don't sit there and try to patronize these reporters or patronize people like myself that are watching Musk. You're full of shit. You deliberately put that shit out because doing it will spark up controversy and get more eyes on you. See, I think that Trump and Musk just want to keep people engaged. Good, bad, or indifferent, left, right, or down the middle. Everyone is watching. And as long as we're all watching, they're fucking winning. I hate to admit it. That's the truth. Mike Hunt, did you see Musk trolled CNN, getting them to say hairy balls? No matter how you view it, it was... Well, listen. I will say it is hilarious when any mainstream media anchor, or they also call it legacy media, right? When any legacy media says something like hairy balls, Chris Como was talking about it on News Nation. That's legacy media too, mainstream media, right? So Musk hires this dude that goes with the name of Hairy Balls. And those dudes were given access to Treasury data with your social, my social security number, and other personal information. So Harry Balls has our information. Yeah, that's great. And listen, I'm not here to attack anyone left, right, down the middle, or whatever, right? But come on, even you MAGAs know that it is very, very, very risky, and it's a security breach regarding what Musk and guys like Harry Balls that Musk hires through DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, to get our treasury data. Now Trump wants to audit the IRS. I mean, by the time Trump gets out of office, is he going to try to audit the entire world? This is one big troll. Listen, I've been on YouTube for 7 years full time and even longer before that, right? I've seen all this stupid shit from the right-wing propaganda out here on YouTube to clearly understand what Trump is doing. No one's going to understand at the level I do because no one's dealt with it at the level I have, because I'm a slight left liberal, I'm down the middle, and I love everyone, don't get me wrong. But being a slight left liberal, when I started doing this 7 years ago, there was hardly any other liberal creating content. Slight left liberal or somebody down the middle, more progressive, right? Now we've got some more people stepping up, finally. But I got to see hands-on how these people behave and why they do what they do. So now I see what Trump is doing and Musk is doing, and I clearly understand it. Had I not had this YouTube experience, I would be clueless. I wouldn't be able to put it together. That's why experience matters, folks. And that's what you're going to get when you come here. Whether you love me or hate me, whether you believe me or not, doesn't matter. The bottom line is I'm experienced. I've been through this. I've got stories to share. I got videos going 7+ years back where I talked about this stuff as it was happening. So I'm not sitting here talking out of my ass. I've got the proof and the receipts, unlike Musk, who's been asked for, who said that, oh, I'm going to put the Doge receipts on the Doge website regarding what we found. And that's going to be there by Valentine's Day. And Chris Como on the show last night said, it's Valentine's Day, Musk, and it's still not there. Mike Hunt, Elon hired a guy named Big Balls, but Elon himself changed his X name to Harry. Yes, he did temporarily, but didn't he change it back? Yeah, that's right, Harry Balls. Yeah, that was Musk temporarily changed his name, but he changed it back. Didn't he change it back to Elon Musk? Are you kidding me? Gas prices are not dropping. Gas prices are not dropping. They're going up. Do you think we will ever see food prices come down? They haven't increased, but not come down. They haven't increased a lot. They haven't noticeably increased. Eggs keep going up for that virus that's been going around. That's primarily the thing. But other stuff is going to go up. It just hasn't really been hit yet. I keep looking at prices every day. I've been stocking up. I stocked up on Colombian coffee for the next 6 months because when Trump was fucking with Colombia, I'm like, you ain't gonna fuck with my Colombian Supremo from Costco for $20 for a 3-pound bag. That's a hell of a deal. I mean, come on, man. Don't piss off the Colombians when they make my favorite coffee, goddammit. Jesus, man. God. And you folks have been following me out here on YouTube for years. You know I love my Kirkland Colombian Supremo. It's the best coffee. It's a medium blend, not too sweet, just the right amount of sweetness and not bitter or anything like that. It's good coffee. In my area, under $3 this month. That's good. Now, we do have state taxes here that are higher because we have our summer and winter blend of gas. But right now, we're in the winter blend. So the prices going up right now, I don't think are being affected by state taxes. I think right now, I'll tell you what I think is driving up prices here in California. I think it's, the tariffs by Trump, and also what happened in Southern California, the fires. I think a lot of that is just, driving prices up. And I think eventually all across the country, you're going to see gas prices go up. Not every area has been hit yet, but it will be. I also think that food prices will go up by summer. Whenever you're dealing with shit like we're dealing with right now with Trump, it's not going to hit us right away. It's in progress. You also have to take into consideration that, there's a 30-day grace period regarding the tariffs that Trump put out. So, people are saying, okay, is Trump just trolling us? Is he just being a big bad bully and saying that, we'll give you 30 days when he never planned to place tariffs? He's just using it as a bullying negotiation type of tactic. We'll have to wait and see. If he does actually place tariffs, you're going to see prices skyrocket. You're going to see, I'm going to guess that if those tariffs do go up, you're going to see grocery prices and household goods go up about 25 to 30%. In some cases, you might see prices double. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And look, you know what? I appreciate the people that are here being reasonable, because the bottom line is this, okay? Today we're talking about, can Democrats and Republicans meet in the middle and be reasonable? The answer is absolutely. I've been trying to be reasonable with Republicans and Democrats, with Republicans as a slight left liberal Democrat, registered Democrat, slight left liberal, more so down the middle, right? I like things from both sides, and I can't stand things from both sides, right? I've been trying to reason with people for years, especially out here on YouTube, and I'm realizing that I was right when I said you can't reason with unreasonable people. And I'm also learning that it's not that these people want to be unreasonable. The main reason is, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. I've heard that many times out here. Many creators, they might want to reason with you, but if they end up reasoning with you, then they'll stop making the money they're making, right? Which is why a lot of the content you see on YouTube and social media made by people that are, MAGA Trump supporters, MAGA Republicans, etc., it's all garbage content. And there's an audience that buys into it or likes it because the people of their audience are weak-minded, uneducated, misinformed, miserable, unstable people, mentally and emotionally unstable. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just stating the facts. Listen, it's like trying to sell ice to an Eskimo. These right-wing extremists or these right-wing creators, some of them create drama content. All they're doing is basically selling ice to Eskimos. These are some dumb Eskimos that are saying, you know what? I could go out and there's snow right there, there's ice right there, but your ice is more premium, so I'm gonna buy ice from you instead of just walking out my fucking front door and scooping up ice on my own. Right? Mike Hunt, have you seen The Teacher Trap with Dr. Craven Moorhead? It will blow your mind. I'll check that out. Thank you for sharing that. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hey, babe, how you doing? Say hello. Can you hear me, babe? Probably going to be a year before we get back to a stable economy. A lot to clean up. I think getting illegals out is priority. I hear you. Thanks, babe. How you doing? Welcome to the show. It's great to see you here. My girlfriend, Dawn, respectfully, professionally, and maturely. I'm already turning around, babe. I'm only doing 3 miles today instead of the full 3.5 miles because I got out here a little bit later. But anyway, as far as the illegals go, let's talk about that. Let's see if we can be reasonable talking about the illegals. Now, to be fair with you, MAGA Trump supporters, conservatives, or anyone that, agrees with Trump's methods of immigration and kicking them out, I understand people should do things the right way. I'm great. Looking forward to dinner with you tonight. Absolutely. I always look forward to that, babe. I'm also looking forward, babe, to the next time we do a show together. That's why you can probably see on your phone there, we've got the Super Chat goals. If we get 5 Super Chats of at least $5 a piece for $25, my girlfriend Dawn and I will do a live stream together, and we'll catch you folks up. We'll catch you folks up with a lot of great stuff that Dawn has experienced. What's for dinner? I'm not sure yet. Probably hot dogs and chili fries and all that. I got my lady Dawn shrimp last night for Valentine's Day, and I had a nice burger. We actually splurged a little bit. We went to one of our favorite, I got some takeout from one of our favorite nice restaurants. Tonight we're going to have some cheap takeout and probably cook tomorrow. But yeah, so again, I'm all for people doing things legally, right? So I understand that, everyone entering this country, whether they're from Mexico, Canada, or anywhere else, right, should do it legally. You come here, you get your visa, do all the requirements, and earn your citizenship, right? But that's not the way it's been. And when you have a commander-in-chief that is the biggest fucking hypocrite when it comes to immigration, because you guys know when Donald Trump has built his empire, he's always used illegals because they're cheaper labor. There are a lot of contractors out there where the owner of the business is Hispanic and is here legally and has a license. And that contractor primarily has undocumented illegals working for pennies on the dollar. And that's how you pass along savings to the client, right? So on one hand, Trump's trying to get rid of these illegals. On the other hand, Trump has weaponized them more than anyone else to build his legacy. He's a fucking hypocrite. The problem is, I'm not saying that we shouldn't do immigration right. What I'm saying is there's too much fucking hypocrisy by the guy trying to get rid of them when he has used them all to his benefit all his life. You also have here in the Central Valley and probably all over the country too, but here in the Central Valley in California where I live, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area, in the Central Valley that way, about an hour and a half east of here, Modesto, Stockton, Lodi. As you go further down, you have Madera, you have Fresno, the San Joaquin Valley. You've got all that strip there, all that farmland. Who do you think has been, working the fields to keep your grocery costs down? It's the illegals working for pennies on the dollar with no medical benefits, right? They're working for pennies on the dollar, right? And now, ever since Trump threatened to deport everyone, these illegals that have been working the fields, picking all the fruits and vegetables that we have at the market, when they heard this, they're not showing up for work. So guess what? The prices haven't gone up yet, but what the fuck do you think is going to happen when now these farmers have to pay actual people 3 times as much to do the same work the illegals did for one third the cost. Think about it. This has nothing to do with me being on the left, you being on the right, being down the middle. This has nothing to do with fucking politics. It has to do with fucking common sense. And that's why I want to be the voice of reasoning. That's another thing here at the GNA, the Genuine Networking Association, which is now known as the GNA Network. Here at the GNA Network, which is short for Genuine Networking Association, we want to be your voice of reasoning. We want to give you a space to talk about whatever you want to talk about, whether you're on the left or the right or down the middle. We give everyone a platform here. We want to hear from both sides, all sides. This is not about just me being left. This is about me hearing your side, you hear my side, and we try to come to a happy medium, right? Because when we're all fighting as Americans, we all lose. Any way you look at it, if we continue to fight, we all lose. We get nowhere. And what happens? Trump wins, Musk wins, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the middle class funds everything, which means, we lose a lot of our money. A lot of our hard work goes down the drain. I hope that answers the question. Now, I'm letting you folks know here, there are not 144 people here. Some stupid motherfucker is botting my channel because he can't get off my nuts. That's okay. He's a right-wing extremist too. It's okay. We're going to call you out. I don't care. We're going to call everyone out. We're going to be real. We're going to keep it raw and real. And if you want to keep on doing stupid shit because you don't like the fact that I'm stating my opinions and I'm out debating you, or I'm triggering you because I'm being honest, then keep doing the stupid shit you're doing. Eventually, karma will come back to bite you in the ass. Karma is going to come back to bite everyone in the ass that does stupid shit like these right-wingers do. Karma's going to bite Trump in the ass. Karma's going to bite Musk in the ass. It already is. Musk is losing money. Musk is being sued. Doge is being sued. All these executive orders are being shot down by Supreme Court justices. They're going to be battling all these legal orders. But did Trump ever think that these would get passed in the first place? Or is Trump just doing this stupid shit to keep getting more and more attention from the left, the right, down the middle, from everyone? And have you folks even realized, I watch a channel called the Midas Touch Network. And they have a bunch of people on that channel, but the main person is a guy named Melas. Him and his brother started the Midas Touch Network a few years, 2-3 years ago, when they realized there wasn't enough more centered type of content, more progressive, left-leaning, but more content that is fair and equal with everyone, with all sides, right? And I forgot where I was going with this. This was a very important point. So give me a second and I'll I'll get back on track. But we all just need to learn to communicate better. We need to learn to be more understanding. We need to learn to be reasonable. We've got a serious ethics issue in our country, especially on the internet. On the internet, the right-wingers are the most unethical people I've ever met. At the very least, they're unethical. At best, they've done illegal shit to keep eyes on them and then make money. Right? And it seems like no one is holding people accountable on the internet anymore. Ever since Donald Trump got into office, like, it just seems like all the social media companies are kissing Donald Trump's ass. Mark Zuckerberg was at the inauguration. Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, right? I think the only company that's not sucking up to Trump is Google and Alphabet Inc. That owns YouTube. Alphabet Inc. owns Google, and Google owns YouTube. And I've lost a lot of respect for Mark Zuckerberg. I've lost all respect for Elon Musk. I don't even really post on Twitter and X anymore. I've got a good following there. I don't even post there anymore because it doesn't matter. I'm going to get squashed, and they're going to prioritize phony, fraudulent, right-wing propaganda over my honest stuff, right? And Mark Zuckerberg, I'm still able to post on Facebook, and he hasn't tweaked his algorithm like Musk has. The moment he does, I'll be gone from Facebook too. But I don't think Zuck is going to do that, because I think Zuck is just kissing Trump's ass while he has to. And once Trump is out of office, then I think Zuck is going to go back to normal. And then, yeah, we'll call you out on that too, Zuck, that you sucked up to Trump, even though you didn't want to, because you didn't want to face repercussions on your business. You don't want to hear negativity on, Facebook, because when you genuinely and rightfully removed Trump for violating your terms of service, years ago, Trump opened up his big mouth and made a big deal about it. And you just would rather not deal with that ruckus, so you just cave, right? I think it's best to accept who our administration is. Arguing about it divides the country. I do think Trump will make a big difference and do good for all of us. Well, I have no choice but to accept who's in office right now. That doesn't mean I agree with him. That doesn't mean I'm going to just cave. I don't fucking cave, and I don't think anyone should cave, right? But I think we all need to be more reasonable. No one's trying to argue anyone. No one's trying to attack anyone. We're looking at, whether you're on the left or the right or down the middle, we're all looking at the exact same thing that Trump is doing, and we're interpreting it different ways. My problem is, if something is clearly wrong, there's only one way you can interpret things that are clearly wrong. You interpret it as them being clearly wrong. My problem with the MAGAs are they can see Trump do something clearly wrong, know deep within it's clearly wrong, but then, just go along with it and say, oh, he's doing the right thing for the country, and for whatever reason. One reason is because if you're a content creator, the moment that you go against Trump regarding anything, you're going to lose supporters on your YouTube channel, lose ad revenue, lose donations, right? So you got people out here, dude, that are fucking just going along with shit because it's beneficial to them profitably, right? It's financially beneficial to them. I think that's horse shit. That's ridiculous. That's un-American, man. Right? Real Americans don't sit there and lie and cheat to make money from other Americans or even other people in the world. Because with the internet now, we've got a global market. Everyone has a global market now with the internet, right? These people know. A lot of the MAGAs know. The majority of stuff that Trump has done If Joe Biden was still in office and he did the same shit that Trump is doing, all of you MAGAs would be having a shit fit. You'd be having a conniption. You'd be attacking us 10 times more than we are, and we're not even attacking you. We're just saying, come on, this is ridiculous. You can't clearly see right from right and wrong from wrong. There's nothing to argue. When something speaks for itself, there's only one way to see it, regardless of your political party. You understand what I'm saying? That's all that matters. So standing down, just sitting here and accepting all this bullshit is not going to fix the issue. It's not going to solve anything. We need more people from the left and the middle to come in and join the conversation with the right. Let's all talk about this, right? But this is what the right is afraid. I'm going to tell you exactly what the right wingers are afraid of. The moment more and more lefties and people down the middle come into the social media space, it takes away from their piece of the pie. They will not make the money ever again they've been making. And a lot of the right wingers know that. They've been fighting to keep us off because then there's more pie for them. You understand what I'm saying? You can sit there and spin it any way you want. I respect however you look at it, right? We can respectfully disagree, right? But come on, man. What I'm saying makes a lot of sense, right? What I'm saying makes a lot of sense. And I've seen this shit not just for one day or almost 1 month that Trump's been in office. I've seen this shit for the last 7 years out here on YouTube. I've seen Trump's behavior through many right-wing content creators out here on YouTube for the last 7 years. We are all proud to be Americans. Most of the country voted him in, so it's only reasonable that people on social media feel the same way. No, dude, that's not... No, dude, I think you know better than that. I respect your opinion, but I disagree. Here's the thing. The majority of active people on the internet are right-wingers. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Chris Como said it. A lot of people in legacy or mainstream media have said it. They are all opinions. It doesn't make anyone right or wrong. No, that's true. They're opinions. Opinions are opinions, right? But what I'm about to tell you right now is a fact. It is a fact that there are way more active MAGA, Trump supporter, conservatives, and conservatives in general. There are way more active conservatives in general on YouTube and Facebook and the internet than there are people on the left and right. I'm telling you, like 75, 80% of the people on the internet that are active, actively participating, actively creating content are conservatives. The other 25%, 25%, you got the lefties and you got people down the middle, right? Independents, moderates, right, etc., right? So here's the thing, dude. When your group of people are dominating the place people get their information the most nowadays, which is social media, obviously it's going to appear like more of the country supports them. The truth of the matter is there are a lot of people that don't support him. Half the country or more doesn't support him. But we didn't see that because, not everyone voted that was eligible to vote. Right? And again, social media is dominated by right-wingers. Calling people mentally ill for their opinion isn't being reasonable. No, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. Right? I don't have a problem if you MAGAs state your crazy thoughts as opinions. I can say, okay, it's your opinion. But a lot of you come out and say this is a fact when it's an opinion. My opinion of a lot of MAGAs is that they're mentally ill. At least somewhat, right? My opinion is a lot of the MAGAs are delusional. My opinion of a lot of the MAGAs is that they're very selfish and inconsiderate and lack empathy. Those are all my opinions. That doesn't mean it's true for all or even for any, but from what I've seen, my opinion is that. Now, you can respectfully disagree, right? Or you can attack, which you're being respectful. I appreciate that. But we're having a conversation, right? What's most important is that we're at the table and we're having a conversation. I'm a Trump supporter, but I'm okay with liberals having their opinions. I'm a film. I'm a firm believer in free speech. Do you think that wasteful government spending is a problem? Of course I do, and so do other liberals, and so does Chris Cuomo. Everyone who is a normal American, left, right, or down the middle, wants more efficiency in the government. But the way that they're going about it, with Musk doing all this stupid shit, is pissing a lot of people off, even people on the right. Okay? Donald Trump, in my opinion, if you saw that press conference in the Oval Office with Musk standing up with his kid on his shoulders, and then Trump sitting there like a little lapdog at the desk of the Oval Office, Trump is sucking the nuts of Elon Musk because Elon Musk has the most money in the world. I guess the man or woman or the person, in this case a man, the man with the most money in the world is Musk. So he's like the most powerful man in the world by default because of that. So we're going to just suck, Musk's nuts because of that, right? That's why Trump put him in charge of this. Because Trump wants to make Musk feel like he's important. Because what Trump wants from Musk is to get his help and make more money. Musk owns Twitter X, right? Twitter used to be one of the most popular places, for everybody to post at. And now that Musk took it over, it's the most popular place for right-wingers to spread their rhetoric. So by Trump sucking Musk's nuts, he's getting more exposure through Musk on Twitter X. Trump is also getting exposure through Truth Social, Fox News. He's got them in the bag, right? And they're all working on buying their way into legacy, mainstream media, and social media. They're looking to basically create this to be an authoritarian type of government. And it's just crazy. But the bottom line is, Musk, the way that he walked in and just demanded all that information, and they gave him all that information, that's wrong. People are not happy about that. They're being sued over it, and they're going to lose. And Trump knows that. There has been so much waste spending. Well, dude, listen. In any era, there's going to be wasteful spending, right? Every era has had wasteful spending. Trump wasted a lot of money during his first term, but no one's looking back like some mainstream media outlets are doing and showing that, hey, this is what Trump did. Now he's being a hypocrite of his own actions, right? Look at the hypocrisy of Donald Trump's second term based on things that he put out there during his first term. Just look at that. You guys are not looking at that. And listen, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just saying don't turn a blind eye to shit that is hypocritical. Right? That's all I'm saying. It's hypocritical. Start getting your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in just a few minutes. A lot of great things are going to be coming here to the GNA. We're going to be doing a lot more of these shows. My girlfriend Dawn, Tia, Sandra, our GNA executive team. Tia and Sandra, they're Trump supporters. They're right-wingers, but they're reasonable right-wingers. And they're very respectful, and we love them. And coming soon, I'm going to be doing a show from the studio every so often where it's going to be like the GNA bipartisan political show or something. I'm going to name it something like that. Because many more things need to be looked at in a bipartisan way. Trump and Musk are two amazing businessmen, and that's what this country needs. Okay, that's your opinion. I'm not going to get triggered over that, but I will say when they fuck the economy up and you're paying 2 to 3 times as much for gas and shit like that, maybe not that much, but when you're paying 30%, let's say this, when you're paying 20 to 30% more by summer or the end of this year compared to what you're paying now, because of those two guys, and because of that, they're getting richer and you're getting poorer, then we can talk again. But for now, hey, okay, cool. I respect your opinion. I disagree, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt and let's see what happens. How's that? We can't look back. We have to look ahead and be positive for a better future. We've got somebody coming, so I'm going to come back to the other side for a second. That's fine. Hey, look, we can be reasonable. Let's see what happens. If what you say happens to be true, then I will come publicly and apologize to you and everyone else. If what I say is true, will it be acknowledged that, hey, you know, you were right, Eli? And I'm not even looking for accolades or all that. What I'm saying is, can we all have our opinions and thoughts, and if we fuck up, we apologize, admit our faults, and then we move on, right? Because that's not something that Donald Trump does. Donald Trump's made lots of mistakes, and he's never, ever once apologized for anything. He's never owned any of his mistakes, and I can't fucking respect that. I can't respect someone that can't even apologize for obvious, blatant mistakes they made. Oh, cool. We know that we have 14 people now because the stupid ass that was botting me. Yes, dude, you are a stupid ass. Just dumb, grown-ass man clear across the country. Eli's back broadcasting on YouTube. Let's bot him. That's fine. You want to play childish games? I'll say things that trigger you. You want to email me and try to trash talk me and I'll keep blocking your emails? That's fine. If you want to play this game, let's play this game. I'm done. I'm done with right-wingers acting stupid and childish. Grow the fuck up. We're going to keep exposing the grown-ass men of this country. Primarily the MAGAs. This guy's a MAGA. He's a MAGA. He's a right-winger. We're going to keep exposing the pathetic behavior of grown men in this country when they do stupid shit. All right. 68 minutes, an hour, and 8 minutes. Good show today. Can Democrats and Republicans meet in the middle? Can we meet in the middle and be reasonable? It is possible. I had a great conversation with a few MAGAs here today. That's great. I didn't agree with most of what they said. They didn't agree with most of what I said, but we agreed on a few things. But we left an opening to come back and revisit the situations that we talked about down the road. That's all I've ever wanted. That's all. And that's all most people on the left and down the middle have ever wanted. We just want to have reasonable conversations together. We can all make America great again, working together. Well, I really hate that fucking motto. But anyway, that's your motto. That's your president. My president too, whether I like it or not. I don't like it, but hey, you know, it's all good. That's MAGA, right? Let's see what happens. I might do a show from the studio tomorrow, possibly. I've got a lot of comments on my Facebook that I want to go over, and it's just going to take too much time to respond to them. My Facebook has been blowing up with a lot of interesting stuff from both people on the left and the right, and I think I'm going to need to do about a 2-hour show at least, an hour and a half, 2-hour show, and respond to comments. I will, if that happens tomorrow or over the next few days, that stream will be broadcast here on YouTube and simulcasted on Facebook, because I can do that from the studio through open broadcast software. So yeah, we're going to keep on tackling this head on. The GNA is here for you folks. We're here to be the voice of reasoning. We're here to be, people that help unite people. We're here to uplift you, motivate you, and inspire you. We're here to also say that your voice counts, your opinion counts, and don't be afraid to express yourself, especially if it's because of these MAGAs I've been talking about here that I've been ruling the internet for the last 7 to 10 years. It's time to bring everyone into the picture. With that being said, have a good one, take care, and as always, be good to each other. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.